All right, I just hit the stream button and now I'm hearing a lot of noise. So you ever had one of those ill-advised 3 a.m. runs to Taco Bell? That's basically what this feels like. Oh, let this play. Thanks, Moss. And by the way, Moss is here.
Yes, I am.
Yes, and so is.
Oh, apparently you're live, Shady. All right.
Yes. So.
Yeah, I have Twitch open on your phone.
So the reason why I'm starting a stream at 12:30 in the morning is because it seemed like this was the only time we could all get back together and get the old band back together and try progressing at 1.5 inches per hour.
Yeah, hello, Seamus.
Through
yeah, we're gonna go much
time.
faster this time.
No, we're
yeah,
not.
Okay,
let's be honest. Well, I won't be drinking, I guess. All right. So.
Yeah.
Hey, Kita.
You know, you can do something about the ads, Kita, but yeah.
Hey, Kita. All right.
It's 1:30 for me in the afternoon. It's fine.
In the afternoon.
You can join in with us if you want.
She's not a subscriber, so she can't join the subscriber chat.
So, where's the game? Where's the game?
Do you want me to add all the supporters? Because there's about 3 on the Discord.
They don't need their phones going off at whatever hour this is. But yeah, the sub chat is open. If subscribers can jump in, I guess that's the way we did it before, right? Just nobody did, or did they? I don't think they did. That was the
Does this sound quality better? I just realized my microphone wasn't actually plugged in.
Oh, that sounds really loud on the.
Sorry, I'll turn the volume down.
The game volume might be loud on the stream. Because we had we had to go through all that stuff again. I think I'm going to turn it down on the stream. Looks a little loud here. -16. 16. Let's turn it to 24.
Yeah, this whole time I had my...
All right, that's probably better. Hey, Hurricane. Yeah, we spent the last 2 hours trying to figure out how to hook the audio together so that they could hear the game audio without any, weird feedback or whatever the...
How's my volume? Do I need to go up or down?
You need to go... Well, talk again. Let me look at the thing.
Yeah, do I go up?
Oh, you go up. You're quiet. You were not
up
at this...
here?
Yeah, right there.
This is 75%. All right.
Okay, I don't know what happened.
What's wrong?
I just don't know why suddenly you need that, because I didn't change anything over here. All right, Christopher, talk.
Am I coming in quiet?
No, I think you're good too. Yeah, we're good.
No, I just plugged in my microphone. I realized I hadn't plugged it in. I had it next to me, but it wasn't plugged in. So that's why.
Huh?
It's all my end, not your end.
How are we hearing you if your mic wasn't plugged in?
Well, it was the microphone, the computer's inbuilt microphone, not my proper microphone.
Honest question, is there something else other than voice meter, or is it the only one of its kind?
I don't know anything else like it. So on my end, I will say that I wish I could turn the game volume down relative to...
Well, can you just go to options?
If I turn the game volume down, then you guys won't hear it as well. So there's there are 3 categories, right? There's you guys joining in on the stream, there's the audience out there, and then there's me. Okay, that's 3 different groups of people. And on the me end of things, I'd love to turn the game volume down. But if I do that, then on your end, it's going to be so quiet. You're going to think, oh, it's robotic or whatever you complain about. And we can't hear Arthur and stuff. So I got to keep it up. but don't turn your volumes up because then your voices will be too loud on the stream. Okay, so there's just a lot of stuff, like, I'm willing, but just understand, like, I'm not gonna hear you guys as well as I wish I did, but I can hear you enough. That seems to be what we're settling on.
So what we need to do is start a GoFundMe for Shady's hearing aids.
No,
Or
because
start a GoFundMe.
we're talking about the game being louder than you.
Or start a GoFundMe for a better audio mixing program.
That sounded robotic to me. All right, so apparently
better?
this is where we were. Yeah, now it's better.
Okay. I said we need to start a GoFundMe for a better audio mixing program.
Ah. Well, it probably works fine, just we don't know what we're doing, right? There's so many other bells and whistles in that program, right? All right, so this guy is not as talented as he thinks he is. Where were we in the grand scheme of things?
Well, we just spoken to the captain and he said, yes, it may even rain, but I don't know if we've done it in this save or whatever. Had we spoken to the beggar yet?
That's what I'm going to go
It
see.
may even rain? All right, we'll do that.
Yeah.
I have no idea where we were. Because
I remember we'd made some progress in Atlantis, and then we moved to El Dorado.
I think I was drunk
Remember
anyway.
that?
So I wouldn't remember anyway.
I remember when we were really drunk. When you were really drunk, we were talking about like
Yeah, all the voices are coming through fine. I just can't hear any of the ambience.
Yeah.
That's weird.
But it doesn't matter.
For a blind beggar.
So is my voice okay now, or do I need to turn the...
Oh, you sound good to me. I can't. Also, chat needs to let us know if we have audio issues on your end, because I don't have the meter up, so I can't check it myself.
Yeah.
I could, but
All right, thanks, Seamus.
Coins for a blind beggar.
How's my voice sound, Samus? Just to get an idea.
A few coins for a blind old beggar.
no.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Looks like nasty weather.
Yes, it may even rain.
But why should a little rain concern us? We Atlanteans are people of the sea, after all. Now, if you'll excuse me, the festivities have left me rather spent. 4 straight days are 3 too many for a man of my years.
So, obviously, I'm disguised as the wrong person, but this
Yeah.
is. I don't know.
For a blind beggar.
I remember doing this as the guard and getting that response.
Coins.
Well,
But I
you're-
guess just being
He
an
knows you're an
Atlantean,
Atlantean.
Have to do it as
so-
the ferryman.
Yeah.
just anyone that could potentially bust him.
For a blind beggar.
No, the ferryman gets a different response. He gets a specific
Coins.
response.
For
Well,
a blind beggar.
yeah, but he's not a true Atlantean either.
I know, but if you want to see all the dialogue, then there's that one as well.
A few coins for a blind old beggar.
No.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Looks like nasty weather.
You will get none of my infinite coins.
Yes, it may even rain.
Who are you? You're not the captain. Whoever you are jeopardizing the plan by talking to me out here in the open. If you have a question, I suggest you speak with Amun.
All right, so
How could he's blind? So how did he know that he wasn't the
For a
captain?
blind beggar.
Because
Or
of the
who
voice.
He was? Oh.
Coins for a
just-
blind beggar. A few coins for a blind old beggar.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Looks like nasty weather.
actually, it'd be weirder as this guy didn't give him the coins.
Yes, it may even rain.
What are you doing here? Unless it is important, you should be waiting for the captain at the windmill. I will inform you if that plan changes.
So, how many people will he actually, like, talk to the plan with?
Just the captain.
A few
No,
coins
I thought he'll...
for a blind old beggar.
I seem to remember that he
Sorry,
mentions,
I
like,
can't
you
help you.
changed your mind about
Looks
the
like
plan.
nasty weather.
Yes, it may even rain.
Ah, good. I am glad to see that they finally let you off the ship.
Is that all
My
first?
name
I
is
hope.
Padros the Atlantean.
Okay.
Let me start by saying that I make no excuses for my people. They have no right to treat you this way. I wanted to meet with you to give you a chance to escape this prison island. There is an underground network of captives who are willing to risk their lives for a chance.
Yeah, this
to
isn't the
return
Outer
to their
Wilds.
homelands. I have been meeting with them to organize an escape. With my knowledge of the island's inner workings, we have come up with a solid plan. We leave tomorrow, and we would like you to join us.
Hey, Merc. So this is... Okay, these are slanted, so we've already done this.
Yeah, so we can
I'll
probably
go
just go.
So there's no
Yeah,
second
Arthur agrees
dialogue to
with me.
coming back again.
Yeah.
So, do these people actually make it out before the
You'll have to see.
Well, no, because don't we see the future? Like, I don't remember
Well,
seeing
That
them in
tower
the
structure
future.
by the docks could
Yeah,
be a
I
loading
think-
crane. The ball of rocks probably acts as the counterweight.
I think
to
he
lift
probably
things.
died, so.
With that big of a crane, they would be able to load waiting ships with massive cargoes. Or important passengers like Marlon Brando.
So, yeah, I think the story is that they don't quite get out. Although, I like the idea that they did, and that's why there's a legend of it. Because,
You know what?
I mean,
that
if
actually
they
makes a lot of sense,
really
'cause
were
how-
capable of keeping it under wraps, then no one would know about it. So I guess there could be
Right.
some ships passing by that somehow did get away, even though, you know, the policy of Atlantis is whenever you see anyone, you capture them. I guess somebody could have gotten away and spread a rumor or something, and I don't know.
But
It's
then
an
how
interesting
would
policy.
Indeed.
Well, then how would so many people know about it? Like, even before, like, the invention of the internet and mass communications, the legend of Atlantis had been transmitted all over the world.
Hey, Seamus, delete the spoiler. Christopher doesn't know stuff yet. Well, leave it. Thanks, Seamus. We were trying to keep that under wraps.
Wait,
Yeah, just ignore that, Christopher. That's it, yeah. Seamus doesn't know what he's talking about. He
Samus
switched.
banned Samus for spoilers. Wait, this is not.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil it for Christopher. We want to see all his reactions and things like
because
that.
I'm...
Not
Oh,
quite.
wait. Wasn't...
It was
You-
like,
you-
he does look like Sinclair. We don't know. It could be.
No.
his
Yeah,
It's a
ancestor.
little bit of
Arthur
a
said
could
it
be.
at Arthur said, unless I'm crazy, that's Elliot Sinclair, the guy who invented time travel, right?
I am impressed that this game is
Jacob.
fresh on your mind at all, but I guess it is. You said you watched the other games sort of recently, but even this game,
No,
like,
I just have that good a memory.
I like it.
I watched them March of this year.
Only 4 months ago. That's half a time ago. Yeah. It's alright, Seamus, you're unbanned.
Ah, where to now, huh?
Only person who's got the sword, and he's the one giving spoilers. Kind of. Kind of a
So-
borderline spoiler.
You tried this game out, Shady, because there was a demo of it in, was it Miss 3 or 4?
It was Riven.
Riven.
It came with Riven on disc
Riven.
4.
And
Hey, Alien.
you just fell in love with it?
I love how
Yeah,
I
it was
just
the same for both
don't
of us.
remember. Oh, windmill. Yes.
I actually bought
That'll be
Riven
10
on
drama.
Steam about a month ago. For the first time.
Yeah, you wouldn't get the demo unless you had the CD-ROM version. Even the DVD version doesn't have it. Although, I think it's English, German, French versions of Riven have it. All the other ones don't.
Oh, I need to go
If you
the other
played it
way.
in any other language, you
screen.
wouldn't have had it.
Did I say even how many years has it been since Riven?
I stayed up for this.
It's been 24 years in October.
Riven still looks amazing 24 years later.
Yeah, it looks much better than
Okay,
the
this is
VR
it.
version of Mist.
Have a good day.
That's for sure.
Because I actually got for my computer
Have we
an
ever been here
HDMI
before?
converter so I could play. Is this the tower?
The windmill. Like there's
We've
at the
been
beginning
here.
we're at the top, but have we
Ooh,
visited? Have we visited from the bottom here? I mean, because I know
Yes,
it's here.
I actually remember.
Yeah, we have
Okay.
because the windmill option was in our Talises.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Also,
It was.
I remember
There.
Yeah.
here we were talking about where we all lived.
Okay. I just didn't know whether to think about this as like a new experience for Christopher or not.
Interesting
So,
thing is
yeah.
the Japanese version, after you click an option, nothing changes because there's not really a way to italicize Japanese kanji.
Japanese.
So I think what they could have done is made the options that you haven't selected bold and the ones you have not bold.
Yeah.
But they obviously didn't think of that or couldn't get it to work, so...
Now, you've learned Japanese. Can you speak it or only, like, write and understand it?
Neither.
What was the point of the Japanese course?
I'm still got to internalize this stuff. It's like I know grammar, but my vocab's pretty bad. I still need to fix up my vocab before I can actually properly speak it.
Now, what are you going for your PhD for?
Could have a stream elements
Just for
alert
laughs, really.
whenever we ban a spam bot and just have that play.
Get out!
I can't even
that's-
pronounce his name.
I wouldn't.
Merkabee?
There's no hook for that, but it's a
Right.
funny idea.
Me and Shady are in Central U.S. time. Moss is in forget, does Australia just have 1 or 2 time zones?
We got 4, I think. Or 5.
Which one
Those
are you
Americans
in?
always thinking everyone else is.
Australian
tiny.
Western Standard Time, so that's UTC plus 8. So
That's
it's nearly
that's
2
actually
PM
the
to me.
second repeating response, Alien. That's the first response we'd already seen before.
Yeah, how dare you burst into my home? You have no reason to be here. I must ask you to leave immediately. Or however he sounds.
You know what's
These
funny
are
though?
interesting schematics.
uh,
They seem to be detailing some hidden passageway.
Love how
Ooh.
he's just learned a particular drawing style and just gone with it. It's like, oh, this is how we
Arthur's
Egyptians
talking.
draw.
We need to be quiet. Or did he finish? Yes,
We'll
Arthur
do-
finished.
We'll do the other part later. Okay, so. Alright, so this is the really long lore dialogue. So, I mean, if you want to get something out of your system to finish your conversation, we got a really long conversation here coming up here.
We did do the rug,
do
didn't we?
remember.
What?
We did the rug jokes, didn't we, Shady?
No, we haven't done the rug jokes.
All right, we better do them.
Isn't the
some
basic
point.
idea that of what's going on in Atlantis right now is there's a group of people that have been captured that have finally decided we've had enough. We've amassed a team essentially to get ready to get out of Atlantis.
Yeah, they've been
We've
organizing
uncovered
that,
this
yeah.
plot. And then, so we need to figure out how to use this plot to somehow get at the piece of the, what's it called?
Legacy.
So we need to figure out how to
Imagine
use
that.
this group to get the piece of the legacy. I think it's a...
This conversation will be quite enlightening.
So yeah, I'm probably
Okay.
going
To what
mute
your-
here,
your
Shady,
questions.
and just wait.
What?
I'm going to mute Shady, and then I'll come back when the conversation's finished.
Me too.
Okay.
There's no chance of interrupting Arthur.
Okay. I might even grab a
See
beer
you.
during this.
Right. See you, Shady.
I mean, I'm gonna make sure he's talking, but I might be in and out and like click things while you're listening.
Still looks like nasty weather.
Yes, it may even rain.
Padros, the blind old beggar, might agree with you.
As if you have the wrong thing there.
Still looks like nasty weather.
The beggar said to tell the windmill keeper it's going to be a lonely, long winter. We should try to use that response phrase. Yes, it looks like it's going to be a long winter.
Ah, good. Then the beggar has convinced you to join us, Ahmed. How long has it been? 10 years? 12? It is good to see you again, old friend. Well, now you see that my ship was not lost at sea. Surely everyone must think that. But soon, I will be able to tell them the truth myself.
How did you end up here?
In the same manner as you. My ship was captured while on a trading voyage. They brought me back here and haven't allowed me to set foot on a ship since. I had no choice but to find work on the island. Me, a man of the sea, forced to take work as a windmill keeper. Oh, but none of that matters now.
Who is the beggar?
He goes by the name Padros. He is an outcast Atlantean Templar. Many years ago, while only an initiate, he was blinded and expelled from the Order simply because he expressed disagreement with their holding of the Galeth's powers. His harsh punishment was a message to other initiates who felt as he did. Do not worry that Padros is an Atlantean. He is a good man who believes in our cause.
What's the Galeth?
The Galeth is the Atlanteans' most important religious artifact. They foolishly believe it has life-giving powers. So strong is their belief that they keep it hidden from covetous eyes within the inner temple. It is always protected by a guardian Templar.
What's a Templar?
I have never forsaken our beliefs for their religious nonsense, but I do know that the Templars are to the Atlanteans as the High Priests are to us.
Come on, talk for a long time.
There were other initiates who agreed with Padros?
Yes, his best friend Saros finished Templar training and passed the rite of initiation, even though he secretly agreed with Padros. They have not spoken since.
What is the final rite of initiation?
More nonsense. They say the initiates must commune with the Galeth and ask its blessing to become a Guardian Templar. Supposedly, if they are worthy, the Galeth grants them eternal life.
Who would believe in that such a thing?
So, what's the escape plan?
The plan is to escape the island while everyone is celebrating the Caras Calera. But what's more, Padros and I have uncovered a secret passage to the inner temple. Tomorrow, I will escort Padros through the passage to rescue his old friend Saros and escape with the Galeth. After, we will meet at the outer docks, board 3 ships, and sail away undetected.
Here we go. Now we're unlocking some dialogue.
There's an inner temple? Well, where is it, and what's your secret passage?
The inner temple lies below the main temple at the bottom of the bay. Always seawater pours down into the inner temple, powering a clockwork device. That water drains out through a pipe that passes beneath this windmill. I've broken into the pipe, and it's large enough to crawl through.
Why is the plan set for tomorrow?
Because forever water flows through the pipe, except during the Callus Calera. They claim the stream is redirected by their Earth Mother. Something about the lifting the Galeth in a column of water. Whatever the reason, the channel runs dry for just 1 hour on that day.
What do you mean, rescue Saros?
The sword falls swiftly upon Templars who seek to abandon the Order. Even straying from the grounds is not permitted. Now we've gotten word of our plan to Guardian Templar Saros. He has agreed to allow Padros access to the Galeth in return for helping him escape the watchful eyes of his brethren.
So, what do you want of me?
We request only that you pilot one of the escape ships.
Yeah, that's not exactly going to be important. Me?
What is the Kalos Kalire?
I do not know much about it, only that it is a rare event. I would suggest you ask the olive oil vendor. She is always willing to spread the tainted seed of their foolish beliefs.
That chick you just yelled at? I guess that's it.
I'll speak to you later, my friend.
Please. I must go up to fix the windmill, but you are welcome to stay if you like.
Cue music.
Yeah, we got music. Do you hear the music?
No.
Only when you talk. But yeah, voices come through fine, which, yeah, I guess is all that matters.
That's really
all that
weird.
matters.
How's that even possible? I mean, I guess I could sort of explain it, but the music seems reasonably loud. There's some noise gate thing on. There's a noise gate thing on the Discord. Yeah, they're listening to it on Discord, and yeah, for some reason it doesn't get through the noise gate, even though I have the noise gate all the way down, minus 100 dB. That's really weird.
Yeah, Hendes.
The windmill keeper said that he broke into a drain pipe and found a secret passage that leads to the inner temple. Now, for it to stay secret, he must have done his digging somewhere within the windmill, probably under this room.
So, are we having Christopher solve the game while I'm playing, or what are we doing?
Well, might I have a stab at what needs to happen next?
Sure.
Given how they've described this relic, I'm going to assume that's the piece of the legacy. Is that correct?
I guess we
the
tell him.
Relic that grants.
I guess. Sure. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so we need to use their escape route to get to the inner sanctum, and that will give us the piece of the legacy, and that will finish the section of the game. So with that
I mean that's what we're gonna try to do, yeah. That's the idea.
So then we need to figure out a way to shut off the water before the what's it called, the Kalos Kalisi?
Kalos Kalire. Kalos Kalire.
Do we need to figure out a way to shut off the water, use the passage, and get the piece of the legacy?
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like the way you should be thinking right now. Let's go with that.
All right, so how are we going to turn off the water, Christopher?
First, I just want to note that because that's such a long and important conversation, but he walks away as soon as you end it, you can pull it up again here.
Is there something you need to know, Ahmed?
And,
okay.
And it comes up here, it's just muffled.
I'll speak to you later, my friend.
Of course. We will have many opportunities to talk about old times.
So, and I assume these two used to know each other. Are they both from Egypt?
Yeah.
Please, can you come back later? I am busy tending to the windmill.
I think one or a couple of the foreign language versions forgot to translate this segment, so if you go up here, he'll talk back to you in English. It might have been the Italian version, I can't remember.
Okay, Monster, I'm gonna ask you an honest question. How in the world do you know all this? Did you just spend 10 years researching everything?
He just thinks of every permutation of game and language and just goes through. And he has really good memory, just like you do.
Well, yeah, it's just like collecting stuff like anything else, and you go through them. It's no different from playing Riven on the PlayStation.
You know, I guess people that have collections are very good at memory. I have like 3 different collections.
I did discover something interesting recently. The beggar in the Japanese version has the same voice as... the beggar and a couple of other characters in the Japanese version have the same voice as Quark on the Japanese version of Deep Space Nine. So, it's a voice that suits them all. So,
I've never seen Deep Space Nine. Is it any good?
Yes, it's very good. It's got tremendous story arcs, and yeah, it's good. It's still, yeah, it's definitely quality stuff, and it has a continuous storyline, which most of the other Star Trek shows don't.
Crazy? I feel that quality TV is moving away from like cable at this point, and just like all the streaming services have the good stuff at this point.
Well, this was on television in the 90s, so I don't know about
No, I know that, but I'm saying, like, you don't see a show like Deep Space Nine on cable anymore. Like, the only place you'd ever see a show like Deep Space Nine is on, like, streaming services.
So,
I don't know much about cable.
Was Christopher going to try to take a stab at what we were going to do in here?
Well,
yeah, what do you think we're going to do?
Well, I assume, given that Arthur said it must be in this room, it's probably under something. Or there's some sort of mechanism you need to activate that will get you into the room. Or the passage, sorry.
Yeah, so what have you seen?
I'm sorry, I was talking. Is it this mechanism, the one you're standing in front of?
Remember we had this, right? We were looking at this.
Oh, the schematics, right? Okay.
So
okay, so it's a pulley system connected to the mechanism.
Yep.
These must
Joey's
be
right
plans
behind
of
you.
how to access the secret passage. Looks like he rigged the windmill to open the passage for him. Or it's an elaborate scheme to kill the Roadrunner. With these plans, we should be able to get into that passage. All we have to do is make sure that one end of the rope is attached to the floor stone covering of the passage and the other end is attached to the windmill's shaft. When it turns, the rope should wind around the shaft and open the passage for us.
Yep. Pretty straightforward, so let's do it.
But it would be pretty pointless to open it now. It's still flooded with water, right?
Maybe.
I hate to make aesthetic criticisms in other people's homes, but this rug looks like a beaver exploded.
Alright, well, yeah, That's
the best one right there.
This looks like it should be on Shatner's head. Or it could have been on Ernest Borgnine's back. Nice flat puppy. No real animals were harmed to create this computer-generated rug. If meat is murder, then that rug is at least a severe beating. Ch-ch-ch-chee up, Lord. Gage, slowly reach for the shears. No sudden movements, it looks hungry. How many human beards had to die to make that rug? The ferocious wig creature from the planet Weave waited patiently, hungrily on the ground, biding its time for its favorite unsuspecting meal, a scrumptious time travel agent. That rug looks like a... Forget this. If you can think of a funny line, please write to Presto Studios, care of everyone involved, but no one who cares.
Yeah, I like how they make this this little there's nothing. And they roast it with all
Are
these...
we finally done with dialogue options?
Yeah.
Okay, there are more dialogue options there than there are taxes to pay.
Yeah, I don't know why he hates it so much. I just think it's funny as game developers, like, let's put in like just a shoddy basic rug and then have him just completely roast it. Like he's just zeroed in on it. Like,
is that the floor panel?
Careful.
Or is it...
I don't want you ending up in some back alley Atlantean chiropractor's office. I hear therapy involves a rack and 2 bowls. You're on the right track, but we still don't have enough leverage. We have to find a way to take advantage of some natural force to help us lift that stone.
Yeah, I play the hints even though we already know what to do. What?
What did he say? It involves Iraq and Istanbul?
And 2 bulls.
Alright.
We can harness wind power. Try attaching the loose end of the rope to the windmill shaft. When the windmill turns, the rope will wrap around and hopefully lift that stone.
Oof. This rope was brought to you by Microsoft Paint.
This windmill is controlled by a clutch and brake system. If we disengage the brake, the windmill will turn and the power of the wind should lift that stone. I bet that's how a moon accesses the tunnel. Turn that wheel device and the windmill should start up.
I said Iraq and Istanbul.
Alright, is Arthur done for the moment?
Oh, you have something to say?
Well, yeah, I'm just curious. Petey, how long have you been playing this game?
How long have I been playing this game? I mean, okay, so I saw the Riven demo when I got Riven in 98. Probably got this afterward in 99. But, I mean, it's not like I've played it every day since then. But I probably first played it 98, 99, somewhere around there.
Like, because I'm always finding games like these, particularly the really good ones, they always find a way to surprise you, even 20, 30 years later. Do you ever find yourself, like, finding something you didn't know about that sort of surprises you?
Well, it's half the dialogue for me. I didn't know that line in Shangri-La, destroyed Shangri-La, saying, "Oh, what do you do if something breaks in your apartment, Gage? Oh, that's right, move out." I didn't know about that line, so I did lose it on the last stream because of that line.
Yeah, that's crazy, because it's like, how do you not see that one? There was something like that. I don't remember. There's something I found, a line like that I found recently too. But I don't remember what it was.
Quest?
No. I mean, in this game.
Oh. I remember
there was an
Arthur
dialogue. Oh yeah, the King's Quest 6 Easter egg. That was crazy because that wasn't just me. That surprised everyone. Like that was discovered in 2015 or something.
I love surprises like that. That can just blow people away.
Oh. The Space Quest historian came out with one just a couple months ago, a new Easter egg discovered in Space Quest 4 that nobody knew about.
I've never played Space Quest 4, but I know that like you're the biggest fan of Space Quest in the world.
I'm actually not, because these guys are hardcore. I mean, yeah, well, they solved the Blue Frogs problem, which had stumped them for a decade, which was this audio recording of Gary Owen singing something about blue frogs. They couldn't figure out. They were like, this isn't anywhere in the game. And then they found out why it wasn't in the game, but what the command should have been to bring it in the game. They actually dissected that whole thing. But there was another Easter egg they recently found in the mall. So, yeah. So they're still finding Easter eggs now. And that game came out, 91, 92? All right, so this works the way you expected. But you have to listen to Arthur comments about it.
Look at that raging current. Too bad Dutton didn't give you the salmon jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can swim upstream, yeah.
Well, Amun did say the water only stops on the Kalos Kalire. So if this is the only way we can get to the inner temple, we're going to have to find some way to stop the flow. We need to fiddle with the plumbing system and stop this water flow. If we could get all the Atlanteans to take a shower all at once. Hell, if any Atlantean just took a shower. Once.
I like that line.
Didn't the windmill keeper say that the water pours into the inner temple and drains through this pipe? We're going to have to stop the water from the source. Let's go to the temple and find out where that water's draining from.
All right. So since it kind of blocks the door, you have to drop it.
So, Christopher, you remember anything about the temple from the last session? Anything mentioned in relation to that?
Wish I had photographic
There's Bort
memory,
Senior
but I
statue.
What?
Yeah, that kiln looks like a statue of Bort Senior.
Hey, speaking of that, have you decided if you're gonna do Quest for Glory this year or put it off till next year?
Yeah, I'll do it soon. I'm gonna finish up
The Talos
Principle. Yeah, and so it'll be in a couple weeks. Yeah, I want to start Quest for Glory 3. Yeah.
Is the Quest for Glory series good?
I'd say so. It's complicated.
Well, because what I'm debating is, should I how old is Quest for Glory?
It's the same era as King's Quest. Like, it was developed by Sierra around the same time period.
Okay.
It started out in EGA, so it'll probably be like 89 it started.
Yeah. So, same with King's Quest,
what
yeah.
I'm thinking is...
Yeah, Heroes Quest it was originally called.
Yep.
Do you think I should try to play it before you start 3, or do you think I don't even have enough time for that?
You could just watch the VODs from before.
That's what I meant. Should I watch the VODs or just play the game?
I don't know what kind of time you have. I mean, they're Quest for Glory 2 in particular is a really long game. They're kind of hybrid. They're hybrid adventure RPG.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Okay, that's what it depends on whether that appealed to you. So every path is different. Like there are a lot of secrets in that game. There are lots of things that you can't see all in one run. It's a very in-depth series. I mean, not game.
Did you play the remake, Shady? Yeah, it does imports between games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the fan remake of 2. Yeah.
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 Not only is there not just one path through one game, depending on what you've done in the previous games, there's not even could already be on a path through the second game and then on to the third one.
At that point, I think it's basically just your stats, your numbers, your starting value, whatever, plus your your type, whatever the. So it's not too.
Okay, I was wondering if
too variable.
I was wondering if like consequences for past actions carried over.
I don't think so. I don't think it's that in depth. I think it's just your stats.
You know, Moss.
I don't know much about Quest for Glory.
Samus might actually know more about it. I'm gonna play this dialogue.
Yeah. Oh, Padros. You know, you seem to do pretty well getting around all by yourself. Perhaps you should swim back, huh?
I forgot you roasted him there.
So where are we going now, Shady?
Nowhere. He won't let us. Let's see.
Why does the ferryman hate the beggar?
He thinks he's a freeloader.
Well, I think he's been a freeloader in the past.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of fed up with him.
The beggar is a bit of a bludger.
Where would you like to go?
Where would you like to go? That would be his. I've never seen you before. Greeting.
If there was a bit of an echo there, I accidentally pulled my headphones out.
Do you?
I'd like to. I don't know where Funky Town is.
Do we go straight for the...
So...
Yes?
Well, we already had that conversation with the guard at the temple, so we can probably...
Oh, yeah, we did, but I mean, if I'm leading Christopher along, like, I know where I need to go, but do we just go there?
Do you remember that conversation, Christopher? Yeah.
That'll be Chandra please.
Well, he said we needed a gold medallion to enter the temple, so...
So much for your memory.
I do remember that conversation. There's a guard at the bottom of the temple? Yeah.
It looks a bit like Rimmer.
And I remember looking at the big gate.
Yeah, Christopher loves big things. Big trains, big gates. Can't think of a third one, which would be funny.
Well, most trains are big by their very definition. Like...
Alright, we've arrived. Thank you for your business, eh?
He really does look like Rimmer, doesn't he, Seamus the guard?
So...
He doesn't sound like him, but...
Shady, are you up for thoughtful questions tonight, or is it a little too late for that?
As long as we keep going.
Yeah, I'll keep going. I mean, I guess since I know what I'm doing in the game,
don't need to
just give me time to process it. Don't expect an answer. Just give me one. Like, don't give me 8. Give me 1. So pick your favorite.
I still think I should. Well, first of all, I'm thinking of just making a Word document with all of them and just posting it in the general chat.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll focus on the game tonight. Because the game's got a lot to offer and talk about. We don't need to talk about other things.
Well, you can give me 1, and I'll think about it while I'm playing. Because the game is actually low brain power for me.
Right?
Yeah, well, it's muscle memory for us.
Right. I just like promoting discussion because normally the discussions on here are very interesting.
What about
I would do the thing like what Ross Scott does, where he just has like a monthly video chat. But I feel like I don't have enough to talk about. I guess if Christopher's there, we'll never run out of things to talk about. But I don't know.
No, I want to see Christopher just go into Ross Scott's stream and just ask him loads of questions.
I thought you wanted to go to the festival. How do you expect to find the time if you do not finish your work?
The last of my amphorae are in the kiln.
Well, should you not be watching them then?
Can you
Apparently
watch them
amphorae
for
is
me?
a Greek word.
Sorry, Telos, I do not have the time.
She rolls her eyes at him. I'm good at playing the part.
Are you busy?
Look around. All these amphorae must be filled before tomorrow.
Okay, I'll just go back to my shop then.
Maybe I can help you a little later, Talos.
She shakes her head at me.
Does anyone here have a French sister? I'm just curious whether that's a normal phenomenon.
Is anyone what?
I have a friend.
You know, Talos and Tira have different accents. It just happens that she's French. Like, the translators just put a French accent on her for some reason.
What was your question? Does anyone have a what?
French sister?
A French sister. Okay, French.
Yeah.
I heard friend. I was like, a friend sister?
No,
What's that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I heard, Shady.
French.
Yeah, I got it now.
Yeah, I heard you now.
You're robotic.
To be honest, I'm a little too busy for customers today. Why don't you come back after the festival?
What's the
I'm not sure I've seen that one
I should
before.
leave you to your work.
Earth Mother's blessings.
Are we looking for a specific person that can convince her to leave?
Close.
Or a specific person that can distract her? Oh wait, I remember this. Aren't we trying to make a mold of the gold medallion? So then we can
I don't remember what we did on this before, so.
Okay.
I guess we could try all the wrong methods.
We don't have anything to mold. I remember that sound of the squishing of the olive oil was missing from the demo version.
What was the demo?
It was
this
puzzle we're
this
entering
puzzle
now.
right here,
Yeah.
yep. Okay.
Only this puzzle.
Yeah. On Disc 4 of Riven.
But probably my favorite part of the game is Arthur roasting the Potter. Sorry, Bort Senior. I can't believe that stuck. I just threw that out there.
Could just be me, but I'm having trouble seeing the family resemblance between the Potter and the olive oil vendor. Which one do you think looks like the mailman?
I remember.
Please, I am not the only Potter in town. Maybe someone else can help you.
Alright, don't get your knickers in a knot.
This Potter is when my brother walked in and scared you for a second, Shady, because you thought it was an echo.
Wait, have we already done this?
It was your twin. Only Shady got confused. I thought, yeah, he's brought his twin in. But I want to embarrass Shady, so.
Oh, there's two of you now? Is that what you just said?
No, there's I was saying he's not in here at the moment, but this is when my twin came in and confused you for a second.
Yeah, because I mean, you saw what just happened this evening with how hard it is to set up all the audio stuff and hearing echoes and things.
Yeah.
So, like, you get it. Like, when you start hearing anything strange, you're like, oh, my audio went out again. Because you get used to that being an issue.
Right. But it is hilarious.
Sure, I will grant you this point.
A nice lamppost over there.
See what?
Mm-hmm.
There's a nice lamppost over there. I like these lampposts.
Over there, yeah. I remember thinking that as a kid. Oh, also, you can see there's the windmill. That's the actual windmill because you can see the broken piece there. So.
Yeah.
Oh. But I was going to ask Shady, what is your favorite puzzle in this game?
Oh, you want me to answer that now before you've seen the game? That's a good question.
No, don't answer it yet, Shady.
Well, I should ask, like, would you say that your favorite puzzle in this game is one of your favorite puzzles of all time? Or is it just another puzzle?
Favorite puzzle of all time? That's a good... That'll be my question I'll ruminate on the rest of the evening. Like, don't come back to me on that. But let's have that
I think I know
be.
what my favorite puzzle in a game is.
Sure, go for it.
I'm allowed to spoil Riven, aren't I?
Yes,
I would say so.
I have seen Riven.
I really like the puzzle in Riven where you convince Gan that the trap book's safe by linking into it. So he follows you. That's probably my favorite puzzle in a game.
Is that even really a puzzle, though? Like...
I call that a puzzle. In Riven's context, that's a puzzle, because Riven's puzzles are highly integrated. In fact, I saw a YouTuber recently do a playthrough of the series, and he'd been playing it for about 4 hours, and he said, yeah, I've been playing this for 4 hours, and I haven't come across any puzzles yet. And I was just thinking, no, you've solved tons of them to get to this point. They're just so well integrated, you didn't realize.
Right. That's what I love about Riven.
So did we already do this? Where we made...
No.
Well, Arthur's not giving me any hint.
Yeah, we did it, and yeah, because we gave the cast medallion with just the clay that wasn't cooked to the...
We already did this?
To the guard.
We
so
did
throw
that?
it away.
Yeah.
Yes, if this was not the day before the colors colony, I'd have you arrested for this sacrilege.
We have our materials, but we need to melt the gold leaf to really make our medallion look authentic. Where could we find an oven at this hour?
Jack in the Box?
Wait a minute. The potter has a kiln. Or is it a kilt? Could it be possible to harden pottery under a man's skirt?
You know what's interesting? My family lives up in Chicago. They've been denied Jack in the Box.
Like legally? They have like a restraining order?
What happened was they ate
Chicago, all the food?
There used to be 20 locations. In I think it was 2 weeks. They shut down every single location in Chicago back in the 80s, and there hasn't been one since.
Oh, there are no...
No, Jack in the Box is the wind-up thing where the clown comes out.
There's no Jack in the Boxes in Chicago? Did you just tell me that?
Yes.
What?
Yep, there's not a one.
I think he's talking about a shop.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the restaurant.
Of course I'm talking about the restaurant, because the toy doesn't have an oven.
Maybe that was what Arthur was talking about. Yeah.
But, yeah, Shady, there's not a single one in the city of Chicago.
That is a really weird...
I don't know what a Jack in the Box is, because I'm Australian.
Okay.
A weird fact.
Yeah, that's a weird combination.
Reference.
Yeah, Jack in the Box is a fast food chain.
Restaurant. Mainly
I wonder how the foreign language versions translated that. They probably got confused.
I don't think they're
translated
abroad.
what?
I think they're only in the United States.
I'll send you that line from the alternative line from the French version, Seamus, and you can tell me what he says.
What line?
The line about the Jack in the Box that Arthur just gave, what it is in the French version.
No, he didn't say Jack in the Box. He said, could it be possible? Or he said, like, where could we find an oven at this hour? And I said at Jack in the Box because they're actually 24 hours. That was it. That was my line. That was not their line.
Oh, Arthur didn't say it. I forgot.
No, he didn't
All right,
say
never
it.
mind then.
I said it.
There's a lot of references in this game which the foreign language versions did change though.
Yeah, that would be
so.
that is kind of an interesting combination as well.
Like,
I think the potter's kiln to fire
Japanese
our
version
medallion and melt the gold leaf over it, and maybe make a nice souvenir for your mom.
Yeah, so you have to get access to the potter's kilt.
I know the Japanese version took out the Star Trek references, or they made them more general, so it wasn't specifically a reference to Star Trek.
right. So how do you want to? So do you understand what we need to do here, Christopher?
Well, we need to go to the potter to heat up the clay, so then we can make a mold, and from the gold leaf create the metal, which will get us.
Well, we created
temple.
the mold, so.
Yeah, we have a mold here, but it's just clay.
Yeah, that got us in trouble last time.
I don't even care. We're gonna get in trouble again. Who are we disguised as? Be them again.
We want to get this done in 4 hours, Shady. It's already been an hour.
I know, but Christopher's gonna solve the puzzle for us in the meantime.
You've had too many free rides to me, Padros. Now go away, huh? I am done with you.
He's angry. He laughed at me before. No, not this guy.
The clay is really bad.
Maybe it's because not only because Padre got free rides, it's because he keep rubbing his head for good luck. Can you please piss off, Padros? Stop touching my head, huh?
Back again, I see. Where to this time?
So, the three cities
temple.
in this game...
I can take you there for 10 dramoy.
The three cities are Atlantis, El Dorado, what's the third city?
I took your money.
Shangri-La. Okay. And El Dorado is the city of gold, right? No.
Yeah.
The city of gold. So Atlantis is advanced technology, El Dorado is gold. What's Shangri-La's deal?
You'll see. Well, it was religion. Well, philosophy. Yeah, Buddhism.
So,
okay,
question.
This you can answer without sport. Okay, shoot.
This is not for Christopher. This is for Moss. Who was I disguised as when I tried to give the fake thing before? Does it matter?
I can't remember. You get the same reaction every time, so.
It doesn't even matter whether you're a qualified Atlantean or a second-class citizen?
I think it doesn't make a difference because he's not letting you in anyhow.
Okay.
Padros gives you. We won't talk to you if you're Padros, though.
Yeah, did I do this?
What disguises Padros? I can't see yet.
Oh. Man, you're way behind.
Shady. Yeah. So, Shady, what in your opinion is the best of the three worlds?
I'd say I like Atlantis the best, yeah.
Which one's your least favorite?
I think mine's El Dorado is my least favorite. I kind of like Shangri-La and Atlantis equally. Not to say El Dorado is bad, but it's just a bit shorter.
I've seen that symbol before, Gage. It was on a jar in the olive oil shop back at the docks. Those jars are going to be delivered to the temple.
Oh, I haven't heard that hint in that direction. I've only heard it at the end. Yeah, I'd say El Dorado just lacks the depth of the other two.
Yeah.
So is it a lot easier to get the legacy piece there?
It's a smaller place.
Padros, you blaspheme the order, and you have the nerve to come crawling back? If you set foot in the temple, they will not likely be so merciful this time. Now be gone with you, old man.
It shouldn't be that pixelated.
Yeah, I was wondering what the hell's going on.
I think it might be a glitch because this video for some reason wasn't upgraded from the CD-ROM version, but even so, it shouldn't look that pixelated. It might just be because the horizontal resolution had been squashed by QuickTime.
I was gonna say, I bet you guys think that I'm having buffering issues or something, but no, the game is looking like this to me.
I do not see you either, Padros.
Trying to hide his identity.
I like that line.
Pixelating the screen.
All right. So you figured out what we need to do, Christopher? But we can't get to the kiln. Like the potter's not gonna just let people walk into his shop and use the oven.
So we need a way to distract him. Maybe using his sister, like say his sister needs something.
No second-class citizens in the temple.
Sorry. We need to maybe...
This medallion is made out of clay. Do you take me for a fool? Tomorrow was not the Kalos Kalire. I would have you arrested for this sacrilege.
Very angry man.
All right, so I'm gonna put that together.
Sorry, Gage. You can't speak to someone with their guise. It'll give them a complex.
Did we get that line before? It was with
I told you I'm out of the charity business.
There are no other ferrymen at the stock.
Well then, I guess you'll just have to wait for one.
Or it's a case of, can you imagine how that person would react if an exact mirror image walked up and said, "Hi"? Well, I guess you can.
So,
anyway, most people wouldn't take as well as you do.
Yeah, that line only plays halfway in the demo.
Yeah, that's right.
Potter's shop.
That'll be
So,
10
here's an
drachma.
interesting question. How did the Mist team and this team come together to do the demo? Like, is there a mutual...
They're all both published by Red Orb, Riven and Legacy of Time, so it was just the publisher putting a demo of one of their other games on the CD. Because Red Orb was a subsidiary of Broderbund.
I can definitely see the appeal of this game to a Mist player.
Oh, yeah. Although I think a lot of people just didn't install the demo, which is probably why this game didn't sell as well as Riven.
Be careful getting out of the boat.
Why is his line play so late?
Why? Because were you already on the dock when it started playing that line?
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
That doesn't happen in the Mac version. I've seen it happen on the Windows version, though.
I've never seen that happen until today.
Yeah.
Now, I wanted to ask a question. I remember asking during the first stream, that there's a scene where Arthur, will question you, have you been reading the strategy guide? Is that in this world or another world?
That's any time you
That's in Shangri-La.
Oh, I thought it was basically any time you apply some solution that you didn't have the clue for, which I guess...
I think that's only Shangri-La. I haven't got it in any of the other two worlds.
Well... Have you tried?
Well, I would have gotten it because I just played through the game so many times with knowing the solution, and it only ever pops up in Shangri-La.
Okay.
Yeah, generally it's just one. It's one spot where it normally pops up for me.
Have you already finished making the olive oil? Oh, I envy you. I still have a dozen pots left in the kiln. They will not be ready for at least 3 hours. Meanwhile, I am stuck here with nothing to do but to wait and watch.
Yeah, he's acting exactly like I did over there in the other room. I like this line. Oh wait, no, wait, what about goodbye? Hold on.
Well, I'd better get back to my shop.
To your shop? Do you not mean the festival? It is all right. I understand. Tira, you're still here? If you have finished your work, why do you not go? You're not stuck here like me.
I like this line.
Stuck here? Is there somewhere that you need to go?
That is not funny.
It's hilarious.
You know how I've been looking forward to the festival? And tomorrow is the last day.
Gee, that's too bad. With all this work you've got to do, it looks like you're gonna miss it.
You are enjoying this, are you not? Whatever did I do to deserve such treatment?
Just being you?
Okay, I can take a hint. Go ahead, I'll watch the M4A.
Truly? Oh, thank you, Tira. Remember to turn them so that they do not crack.
He's about to get even fatter.
Man, I wish I had a brother that was this good to me. Sometimes my brother would just say, ha ha.
Well, he doesn't either. He's like, wow, my sister's never been this kind to me before. Yeah, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, she's French.
That
Very good. If you're watching the VOD,
go poke your head inside and see if anything's cooking.
All right. Do we want these?
Goda, if you're watching this VOD, you'd be well advised to emigrate.
You might as well take the containers. You've stolen everything else.
So I know you could beat the game without taking these, so it's just gonna clutter up our inventory.
Here's an interesting question. Is there any way in this game to get a dead game?
No, it's as far as I can tell, it's impossible to get.
It's not supposed to be. If there is, it's an accident. I'm not aware of there being one.
Yeah. There was one way I thought it might be possible, but yeah, I'll cover that later. But I haven't tried it, and it'd probably be very hard to get anyway.
I'm curious to hear what that is when we get to it.
Do you always find like unintentional dead games interesting? Just like those kind of oversights.
Depends on what it is, I guess. But really, a lot of times when I hear disappointment, it's just, I mean, really when I hear a bug like that, it's just disappointment. I guess there can be a sense of achievement from finding it, depending on what it is. So we set the clay with the imprint, but not the gold. Can you send the gold and not the imprint? Does that have a response?
I don't know for sure. There's probably a workaround, but the only possible way I thought you could possibly make the game unwinnable is via use of the containers that you just picked up.
I didn't pick it up.
If you fill them, you need to fill them with separate things and then use them. So I'm wondering if you solve a puzzle with one thing, then with one thing you need to fill it up, and then fill the other two containers with that same liquid, so you can't use them again, but you also can't fill up, carry the other liquid you need. Whether that would lock the game out because you couldn't pick up the liquid that you needed to put in those containers. It might prevent you. I don't know. It might be possible to use the container multiple times and it will just fill up with the new thing, but I don't know.
All right, let's see.
It's the only possible way I've thought about in 22 years that it might be possible to lock the game, but it is possible that they worked around that programmably.
So if we do this real quick, I usually don't even carry the containers because I don't need them. Oh, that's another one where, okay, so I don't think, okay, so this version is snapping back to the original viewpoint when I start that little animation. I don't remember the game doing that before either.
That could just be a bug on the DVD version or Windows 10. Although apparently,
or no, it's here.
I'm not sure if the DVD version had any code changed. I think it just was pointed to the DVD.
What are you holding out for?
CD.
Maple syrup? Use the pitcher.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, batter up. All right, Christmas.
don't know. You can fill them both up.
Yeah, but the question is that where you have to use, once you've used the olive oil or whatever, whether it's impossible to, and you fill them up again, whether it's impossible to dispense that olive oil and therefore not get the healing water, and therefore you can't solve the puzzle you need the healing water for. I really should try it, but I just haven't.
I guess I could.
You don't want to do it now, though, because you'd have to do a lot of backtracking.
I mean, how much backtracking would I have to do?
Well, it involves stuff in Shangri-La, so...
I know. But I mean, like, you can postpone that critical moment until as late as possible. That's where you put your save point. Like, it doesn't matter now.
It'll be probably better to finish this puzzle before we risk, before we try this out.
There's no risk for a long time, right?
It's just we don't want the stream to go on for too long.
No, it won't be done during. It won't be done during this stream.
All right. Fine.
That smells like breakfast.
But it can be done during this run.
That plate thing in the middle of the oven is a lazy Susan. Not a very PC term, I know, but that's what they use to turn objects in the oven. Looks like that wheel near the kiln turns the lazy Susan so an object can be cooked by the fire.
So we're actually literally inside the Bort Senior statue.
A Betty
Very
Crocker
red,
you're
isn't it?
not, but you have to realize that the clay won't cook until you turn the wheel and rotate the lazy Susan. If I knew you were coming, I would bake a cake and learn to sing. Stop me, Gage.
Now that's very gold. Bit of glitchiness.
Basically, this is a medal to trick the guard. Right?
A medallion. Although the Japanese version does call it a medal. So, I guess it's quite the same thing.
Speaking of medals, I got a question for you, Shady.
No, it's not. It's not that guy who ruins everything. That this guy has talent.
Did you watch anything of the Olympic opener?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I was working.
Ah, back again, I
Not
see.
working.
Where to this time?
I was making a video.
The temple.
I can take you there for 10 dramoy.
So, is this guy just sort of adjusted to living here at this point?
Yeah, he says
Seems
so.
like
in one
it,
of
doesn't it?
He says that in one of his, in one of the things he says.
People rub my bald head, and I like it.
Oh, you can skip it. Okay. I think I'm gonna start skipping those.
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, it's not the same person. What do you mean the same voice, but not the same person?
Your medallion, citizen? Do you expect to gain entry with that?
I keep it. I'll pay you.
Well, then it would seem that I'm not going to the temple.
Good day, citizen.
I'm not sure I've done that before or not. I probably have.
But you didn't put the face on the medallion?
I didn't. No, I wanted to see what he said.
Oh, so where are we off to this time?
And yeah, you shouldn't throw it in the water because it could still be valuable if it's solid gold like he thinks it is, because it's obviously not just gold wrap.
The potter's shop.
Did he throw it?
What? No, he didn't.
Okay.
No, we still got it.
Yeah, we got it. He just laughed at it.
Oh, and I just realized they couldn't have had him throw it away. Is there any other way to get gold leaf, or is it just the one little leaflet of it?
No,
Well,
you can go back and get more.
Yeah, you can get more.
Sure.
But I guess you don't need to if you don't lose what you have here. Or no. It's not here.
You can get more clay if you don't have the medallion. Actually, I think once you've made the medallion, you can go back and get another clay slab.
Looks like the potter already left with his own boat to the festival.
Sorry. Is the gold leaf from El Dorado? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, City of Gold. Let's do fast walk.
I think you need to
Sorry,
activate
Gage,
that in the
you
office.
can't approach someone with their guys.
So that looked like solid gold. I mean, solid clay there.
You know, I bet we could make a fortune selling these to Atlantean college kids.
So that was the end of the demo. That line.
Huh.
And on the Riven DVD, they just had the trailer for Legacy of Time. But you could only see it if you put it in a DVD player.
Ah, back again.
Actually, no. That was
Where to this
that was the
time?
Legacy of Time DVD. Yeah, that's the one he's talking about, Seamus.
This is an interesting thing to do.
For 10 Dramoy.
This is also an interesting phenomenon that takes place here.
So the DVD version of Legacy of Time, sorry, I had the trailer, but it had an ad for Riven. That's what I was thinking of.
And given how many times we use this ferry, we have a lot of
No
gold here.
second-class citizens in the temple.
You're a very rude man.
The edicts are very clear. No second-class citizens, even with a gold temple medallion.
Oh, look at all those pixels.
I know, they're glorious.
The edicts are very clear. No second-class citizens, even with a gold temple medallion.
He respectfully returns it.
Well, then it would seem that I'm not going to the temple.
Good day.
Looks like the video from a Mega CD game.
I don't
So you
know
can
what
see
the
the
hell's
Saturn
going
games.
on. I've never seen it that bad.
Yeah. Nice hair. I wonder if it's a wig.
Alright. We will be the fat man. I got bigger
Fort
boobs
Senior.
than my sister.
Judy, you have a sister, right?
I have two sisters.
Hey.
Yeah.
Your medallion, citizen? Thank you. Return to your ferry. I will let you through.
This has always been an interesting tale to weave here. Because he let the potter through. Then you have this other problem that comes up.
Are you still here, Keita?
Oh, sorry. I'm waiting for someone. Please find another ferry.
Oh, Arthur doesn't say anything here. But he's supposed to...
Nice chest there he has.
But he's supposed to say that he's waiting for the guy he took before. You have to change back into the guys you arrived at, which is really interesting that the ferryman thinks that this is the guy that's allowed in, whereas the guard thinks the other guy's let in, so he's only going to accept a second-class citizen.
Okay.
And we're going to go right past the guard on our way in. Like, we can't tell a consistent story right now. You know? I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Yeah, this is a good segment. Yeah. I hate how there's a fade through transition here, though. They really should have just had the whole sequence. It kind of ruins the immersion how they have that crossfade here. And there's another crossfade coming up. Yeah, and Shady missed it. He missed my my bone to pick with the game.
This is the outer temple, not the inner temple. Right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Our goal is to stop the water flowing in here so we can get through that pipe.
Yeah. But now we just got Joey and not Shady, so we can't control the game.
You know what's crazy? That there are devices that'll let you do that now.
Yeah, that's just, you know, regular VNC.
And no, I do find it crazy that we're starting to reach the upper limit of technology. I forget what the law is called. The shrinking and betterment of technology. I think it's Moore's law. Do you know of that law?
Yeah, I do. I forgot what it's called though.
It's the law where I think it's every 2 years technology will shrink and get better. We're actually finding that it's slowing down. It's now taking 2.5 to 3 now.
We'll see what happens because I think we've obviously been held. Yeah, Moore's law. Yeah, I think we're probably being held back by Intel as well because they haven't really done that much recently. AMD's doing big stuff though, and as are the ARM chips.
What do you think of have you heard about the BCI and the CIB or the CBI work?
No.
That's brain to computer interface and computer to brain interface.
What's 18 months?
Time for technology power to double, I think, according to Merck.
Oh, the Moore's law thing.
Yeah, Moore's
We're talking
law.
about Moore's law.
Anyway, we're back in the game now. Christopher had an idea about what to do here.
Excellent. Lay it on me.
My goal is we need to figure out a way by looking around the temple to stop the water flowing into that pipe. Once we've done that, we can get to the inner temple, get our legacy piece, and leave Atlantis.
Sounds like a plan.
Atlantis has been history's greatest mystery. There have been hundreds of theories throughout time, placing the resting place of the lost continent at the Mediterranean, the Arctic, Central Asia, South America, San Leandro, Winnemucca, north of the Pecos, Lake Titicaca, San Fido.
just gonna let.
Think they have dollar slot machines here?
Play out.
Remember, we were told that this temple was supposed to have healing water somewhere. Keep looking. With all that sacred bull imagery around the temple area, I would imagine that they store the water close by. Gage, I bet that the healing water is kept above in that copper receptacle and that it pours into the bowl below it. Pulling that cord on the chicken head probably allows the bowl to fill. Because the bull symbol holds a special religious significance, I would say that the people within this temple regard that donut-shaped copper receptacle with some reverence. It may be meant to contain something sacred.
And yea, when the acolyte looked up in awe, he saw the great cows of legend looking back at him approvingly, as if they were saying, "Moo."
What did he say at the beginning there?
And yea, when the acolyte looked up in awe, he saw the great cows of legend looking back at him approvingly, as if they were saying, "Moo."
Hello?
I can't hear him say. I didn't hear him say "moo" at the end. For some reason, Discord thought that was noise.
And yea, when the acolyte
and
looked up in
okay.
awe, he saw the great cows of legend looking back at him approvingly, as if they were saying, "Moo."
I always heard NDA, which I'm like, yeah, non-disclosure agreement. Sure, buddy, that's what that is.
2 words, Gage.
Yeah.
Spongiform and encephalitis. I believe the artisans of this temple fell prey to mad cow disease.
Yeah, Discord keeps just cut off the "moo" from that sentence 3 times now, but I know what it says anyway.
That's so weird that there's just like a small amount of distortion in the image. You can't see it as it develops. But then it snaps back and you can see just how much the screen changed.
Yeah, that's really bad.
I think it might be an issue with Windows 10 because I haven't seen those sort of issues on the original Mac version. I'm not saying it has to do with the Windows board. I think it's just Windows 10.
So that seems to answer your question, Moss. Right there.
What was the question?
About the bowls. It doesn't care.
All right.
It's just swapped it out right now. It was a bowl of oil, now it's a bowl of water. So there you go.
So as far as I know, you can't make the game unwinnable.
Yeah.
Unless you have to save game.
And to me, that's an indication of a good playtest team.
That's some Escher shit going on right there.
I imagine Shady and you two, Moss, would be really good at, like, playtesting puzzle games.
That's a glitch, I think.
You think so, Shady?
Wait, no, stop! Ah! Not that way.
Do you think you could do it, Moss?
If they paid me enough, sure.
Yeah, I think, I mean, it would only be like a labor of love for, like, you know, some game that, you know, some indie game that I was heavily invested in, you know, wanting to see through for its own sake. Or, yeah, I mean, probably, I would rather be on the game development side rather than the testing side.
Yeah. A lot of times, if you play test something and you say this, yeah, this
the cow
isn't very
said
good,
moo.
just
I
ignore
don't know.
you.
I read moo right here.
Maybe $1,000 an hour, Merc. That sounds reasonable.
All right, here we go. I don't know how far behind you guys are on the stream, but
Yeah, well, I know what's gonna happen anyway, so.
yeah. This is for Christopher.
Are we about to jump into this pool of water?
No, this isn't Buried in Time. How long has it been since you had a drink, Shady? It's been a while, hasn't it?
On stream? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the last time he did it was the Buried in Time stream. Maybe the missed replay.
No, it was Sam and Max.
Okay, then it was this 9 months ago.
No, Sam and Max, I was in January.
Oh,
it was February you last streamed it, so.
Yeah, but I think I last had a drink in January. And I didn't have a drink between January and June, or was it July?
You're next of kin, Seamus, not your last kin. God. Ugh.
All right, snap out of it, Christopher, while I get another drink.
Oh, I need to keep talking.
It's
wait.
It's music playing, so it's not a huge issue, but yeah, you can talk if you want.
Like, comparing the two previous games to this one, I don't really understand what was the point of having all those different kinds of deaths.
It was just how the game was designed, and they decided to design it differently this time around for whatever reason.
I mean,
the deaths did add to the game's puzzles, I think, in the first two. But here, they obviously figured you don't need it to work this time around.
I think the game's betterment, because based on what I've seen, I think this game is of a much higher quality than the previous two that preceded it.
Yeah, well, that happens sometimes. You know, you get a bigger budget and team, and things just improve. So
I just find it so unfortunate that Journeyman 4 was or Journeyman 3 was sort of the end. Because didn't you say they had a Journeyman 4 plan, but it never saw the light of day?
Yeah, what happened was that they had it all designed out. Then Broderbund and Red Orb, who were the publisher, went bankrupt. And they got bought out by, I think it was Mattel, and then they got bought out by Ubisoft or something like that. And so what they decided to do is Ubisoft would develop the Myst series and the Prince of Persia series, and learning stuff, educational software like the Carmen San Diego games would get sold on to the Learning Company. And then the Journeyman Project series just ended up without a publisher. So Presto ended up scrapping Journeyman 4 and moving on to Myst 3. And then Myst 3, they made one more game which was published by Microsoft called Whack for the Xbox. And then they decided they just weren't going to do it anymore. So Journeyman Project 4 just fell by the wayside, essentially. But the design documents and everything are still there, apparently.
Is all the script still there? Like, did they have the story planned out?
As far as I know, they completely designed it, and they were just moving into the development of it when the funding got pulled. So this was maybe early 1999, late 1998 that this happened. So
they've written probably a conclusion to the Journeyman story. We'll
I don't know if it was a conclusion. I just know it was another game, but they haven't said anything about it really. There was just the small plot synopsis they gave, which was Gage and Arthur would team up again to fight an old adversary from their past. Whoever it was, we don't know, but I think one speculation I heard was that it was going to be the Kryn from Buried in Time.
I think Shady wants us to shut the fuck up so we can keep going.
I didn't say anything.
Well, that was an important story. It was about the game. God. Don't worry, we're all upset the Journeyman Project 4 didn't happen.
All right, what do I click on? That's not a question for Moss.
Is that a question for me?
Maybe.
Well, we need something that's gonna block that, right? That's what we need. I don't think we have an object large enough to block the hole.
Well, you know that it always...
Well, Bort Senior could sit on the, we'd get Bort Senior to sit and block the water. I'm sure he's got a big enough...
Yeah, just stuff his fat ass in there.
Like, oh, I don't have a bidet at home.
Shitty, I got nothing.
Alright, it's because of the old pixels.
Remember what the windmill keeper told us? He said that seawater always pours down into the temple and that the water powers some clockwork device. This must be that flow of water. Now, if there was just some way to stop the flow of water, we could probably get into that secret passage back at the windmill and finally enter this inner temple. I can see a shutter gate over that water outlet. When closed, it must block the draining water. But it's too far away to reach.
Oh, just use an extender pole. One of the two we have in our inventory.
Alright, you're too quiet. You gotta speak up.
Are you eyeballing me, Shady?
Not you. Christopher?
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry.
Are you engaged?
I was checking something.
Oh, okay. So we can just move on without you if you don't mind, if you're too busy.
Just keep going on without me. I'm trying to do something on my end.
Alright. This was the puzzle I was excited for Christopher figuring out, but...
Don't worry, Shady's not engaged. All the female subscribers, they can stay subscribed. It's fine, Merc.
Nicely done, Gage. That should stop the flow of water in the secret passage.
And now we'll throw ourselves down there.
Well, now that you stopped the flow of water, let's head back to the windmill and get into that secret passage. The windmill keeper said that the passage leads to an inner temple area.
Oh, so did we just use the poked rod we had in our inventory?
The gaff is
no,
what it
not
was
this
called,
time.
yeah.
I had to make a living, do you know? Look, try your luck with someone else.
There are no other ferrymen at this dock.
Well then, I guess you'll just have to wait for another one.
Sorry, I'm normally asleep by this point.
I'm out of the charity business.
Hey, buddy, how did you think I got here?
I'll pay back what I owe you.
Pay back what you owe me. Look, the wine and song at the festival must have loosed your pockets as well as your tongues. Look, keep your money, try your luck with someone else, huh?
Probably trained in theatre with those quite over-the-top reactions, so people at the back could still see him.
Mm-hmm. No, I heard something interesting with the a developer of another game. They said haven't.
Where can I take you now?
Oh, where are we going? Oh yeah, the windmill.
The windmill.
Ooh, a shot.
10 dromoi. You know, in Nubia, we lived on the Great Nile, and we had a saying.
He needs to shut the fuck up right here.
Because sometimes life has a plan all its own, and there's nothing you can do. So you might as well make the best of it. Besides, life is not so bad here. Most of the people are friendly. I have a roof over my head and food on the table. The resistance offered me a chance to leave, but I decided to stay. No. This is my home now.
I thought he doesn't talk at the temple. Maybe I just always used a character that I used too many times. Because you could see he's all like, you know, because he's technically a second-class citizen at the temple. He's technically not supposed to be there. He's just doing his job. So he's always like, you know, all skittish and nervous, right? So I thought he wasn't going to say anything there. Somebody gonna say something?
No.
Yeah. I was watching an interview with a game developer, and I found out something interesting. Speaking of theater, they said one of the greatest experiences they ever had before joining the games industry was doing theater. They said theater is a great sort of window into what game development is like. Collaborative theater specifically.
Collaborative
the idea of, like,
theater.
Picking up slack.
Oh, improv?
Specifically the improv, and just sort of specifically if you have a team. Like if you're working with a team of people. They said it's a great insight into what game development's like. You know, the idea of where picking up slack happens, like sort of, you know, guiding people, that kind of thing.
My acting career ended at age 13.
He was a wind.
I was a tree in a school play. No, wait, that would be younger, right?
Nice work, Gage. Now that we've dammed that river, we can get into the secret passage. After you. Gage, any second they're gonna turn that water
Supposed to be a
back on
black
and, well,
screen. Okay.
to cut to the chase, this suit can only be dry cleaned.
What the hell are these glitches? This is terrible.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
That dais structure in the room's center shows some stunning craftsmanship. This chamber must be sacred since the dais is covered with ornamental bullheads.
Yeah, you can see all that up there that we just messed with.
The donut and the golden sausage.
This mural might be depicting some form of religious ceremony. The basin at the top is filling up with water from the geyser. What's interesting to me is that pyramid object inside the water column. It seems to be suspended inside the water.
Yeah, so I started with the truth and then I ended with a lie. I was never a tree in a school play, but my acting career did end at age 13. I quit when I was on top. I had a very good performance, and then like people said I could have done more, and I was like, I'll take a break for a while, and I never went back.
Your acting career didn't stop at age 13. You act now. Let's plays are essentially voice acting at this point.
Yeah, but it's a hobby. It's not. Well, I guess I didn't get paid before, but.
So amateur theater is a hobby as well. So.
Do you think maybe doing theater is what led you to doing Let's Plays in this style?
That's a good question. I don't know. It's possible. Should I read this one first or should I read the other one first?
Up to you.
I guess, I don't know if there's like a sequential, like left to right kind of thing with them or...
Gage, the writing on this mural is a variant of Linear A, one of the oldest known ancient Earth languages. I'll try to translate as literally as I can. We are the children of the Earth Mother. Long ago, she lived among us, protecting and teaching our people. Her power and knowledge were beyond measure. Before she left us, she entrusted our priests with the power of life, the power to heal and renew, the gift of immortality. We must honor her memory by always guarding the Earth Mother's blessing. I assume the pyramid shapes in the mural show the 3 Sosequi artifacts, and that the top pyramid with the Atlantean bull symbol represents the power of life. The inscriptions make no mention of the other 2 symbols.
Which one's which?
So the top one would be, do you want me to say, Shady? So the
I know,
top one's
well, I
Atlantis,
recognize this on the temple.
And then the bottom 2.
But of the 2, I mean, I would guess.
Do you want me to say what the bottom 2 are?
I can guess the one on the right must be Shangri-La.
That's my instinct.
Yeah.
That's my instinct, but I'm like, I look at that, it's like, I don't actually recall those 2 symbols officially. Those just feel right. Well, at least the one on the right does. I don't know, the one on the left just feels left over.
No, I think it does tie with the whole thing, narrative in El Dorado about the brothers.
Okay, yeah. I'll buy it. I just couldn't think of it myself. That's why I was just like, I know I'm missing things. Like, I'm not calling it out.
We are the second children of the Earth Mother, doomed to be consumed by her first children, the sun and the moon. As the 2 enemies move through the heavens, both fighting each other for the Mother's power, the world beneath trembles from their terrible might. We know that one day they will come together and cause the dark day that will destroy our city, the Kalos Kalire.
Oh, and that's tomorrow, right? The date. So I guess that's the war, right?
A nice dress, by the way.
Yeah, you got it, Christopher. He's paying enough attention, even though he has to fiddle with his phone or whatever.
They seem to have incorporated the sun and the moon into their religion mythology. The eclipse of the sun and moon represent the day that the Cirolans and the Quoth Thalas battle over Atlantis and destroy the city. Following the assumption that the Atlanteans believed the aliens were gods, the Earth Mother that appeared before the Templars and gave them immortality must have been the Sosequi, posing as their Earth deity. The symbol in the middle of the mural must represent the artifact of life that the Sosequi aliens entrusted with the Templars.
So, can I ask, what exactly are the Sosequi?
Oh, you're getting quiet again.
Sosequi. Sosequi.
So, why exactly did they come to Earth to hide these artifacts? I can't exactly remember from last time.
It's just religion. Get over it.
The story might be. I think
Is
it
it ever
might be
actually
covered later.
Okay, because like the Earth. Because I remember someone sort of described the Earth perfectly. We're kind of in the space boonies. Like in relation to the universe.
Are we? I thought we were in just kind of an unremarkable area, not particularly far out or far in. I don't know.
That would be why I called it the space boonies.
Okay, I think of the boonies as far out, but we're more like the suburbs.
Like the dress, Keita?
What?
I was just asking Keita if she liked the dress that
That's
the,
an excellent
Atlantean
question.
woman was wearing. Yeah.
Ooh,
That's the big
this
questions
guy.
we got to ask. Big thing. Now there's nonsense
Who are
about.
you? Why are you here a day early? No, this was not the plan. Go back. Tell them I will deal only with Padros. Have I not made myself clear? I will speak only with Padros. Have I not made myself clear? I will speak only with Padros.
Who are all these people? This is supposed to be like some inner sanctum that nobody in the world gets access to, and all of a sudden there's just this whole train
Have I
of
not made myself
just
clear?
ordinary
I will
people.
speak only with Padros.
He's a bit single-minded, isn't he?
It's just, I don't know. It's just, we've got a queue out here.
Have I not made myself clear? I will speak only with Padros.
I just like how it just never occurs to them. How does this happen? How did they all get in here?
Either he's one of those trendy young Elliot Sinclair impersonators, or Saros is Elliot Sinclair. From the looks of his outfit, I'd say he's an important guy around here. Something about being a Templar allowed him to live until your time. Thousands of years later. Think it's something in the tap water?
Maybe instead of us all getting married, as I suggested on the Talos stream, we could all join the Templars, and we could all live a very happy, holy life together.
It's definitely an either or.
Yeah, I say we go for the Templars route.
I don't know about that. If you stray, you get your eyes gouged out.
Well, we'll wear sunglasses.
Wow, that's a solution.
He's waiting for Padros, the beggar. Use that, guys.
You'd be a fool to make that journey. They said, rains down so hard, it'll make your head bleed. So I suppose some sort of hat is in order.
So
should we continue?
I understand this.
Yep, continue, yeah.
Well, good question. So let me see if I understand the situation. Elliot Sinclair has somehow lived for like 2,000 years because he drank some kind of water here in Atlantis.
Perhaps.
I thought Christchurch had good water.
Okay. I'm actually probably gonna head out because I'm literally falling asleep while watching this.
Oh, we're near the end here.
Oh, we're near the end. Then I'll stick it out.
You got a half hour?
We're near the end of Atlantis anyway.
That's what I mean.
So.
Hey, I've got a half hour, but that's all I've got.
All right, but I'm gonna do a detour first because I want to do these rare interactions, and then we'll come back.
Yeah, why don't you join the chat Keita once Christopher goes?
Who?
Since you Keita, because she's quite into the whole Legacy of Time thing. He still hasn't answered the question about the dress, so.
Yeah, we're in sub chat though. Like we'd have to set up a different thing. Which I mean, we could switch over to stream chat, I guess.
Yeah. Unless you want to hop on, Seamus. I know you're not big on that sort of thing, but options there.
I'm gonna walk around town as a Templar.
Where would you like to go?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Can you steal Sinclair's guys?
That will be 10 Dramoy, please.
Well, that's what he's doing now, so.
Say what?
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that Moss has done this.
Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah, if you hack the game and use on the Mac version some of the jumping cheats, you can actually try and talk to Saros as the talk to the Potter as Saros.
And it shakes.
Then, because the game, yeah, it shakes. Yeah. Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, I did that experiment too.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do it on the Mac version, on the Windows version though.
Mice are not worthy to look upon you.
She freaks out. as a time travel agent. What have I done? Oops.
It's alright. She'll be dead tomorrow. It's fine.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of depressing.
Let's do it again.
Well, get used to it. 'Cause I'm going to stay here and watch you work. I've got nothing else to do. I'm a bloody Templar.
She gets
Why
all
is it not
short of,
worthy to look upon you?
she gets so short of breath. You're like, I feel bad. Let's do it again.
Yeah, she's working, Shady. You're coming in with your holy presence.
Yeah, no. Why is it that
you put the knob in nobility? That's for sure.
Back again, I see. Where to this time?
The temple.
I can take you there.
Where'd you?
For 10 dramoy.
Where did you go, Keita?
it's probably to sleep? You recognize it's 2:30 in the morning over here.
Oh well, now you know how I feel.
No, now we know how Lauren feels.
Yeah, but she's English.
I will never understand the English.
Yeah. No, they're much more understandable than
Here we go.
French. That's for sure.
Forgive
Like I
me,
said,
Your Holiness,
Agoge,
but
if
you
you're
must
watching the
enter the
pod-
temple grounds immediately. Quickly, Saros, before your brethren see you out here. I will open the lock for you.
If you're watching the VOD to go to, just emigrate. It's fine. Change one aspect of yourself. Nationality's not going to be a huge leap.
Saros, you're going to get us both killed. Please go back into the temple and do not leave again.
Oh, this pain in the butt, Saros. Saros, sorry, not
Wait, he has to
Saros.
drain the lock again. Why did he have to drain it twice? He drained the empty tub.
Saros, you're going to get us both killed. Please go back into the temple and do not leave again.
Watch me, I can change shapes. No, look.
He might be
That'd be
doing
a better
it
way
just
to
for a
fuck
laugh.
with him. Just change guises while he has his back turned.
Surprise, it's me!
Okay, the lock is draining. Let's go now.
It's so pointless. We don't need to go in this way. This doesn't do any good. Those are the only two, right?
The windmill.
The only two what?
The only two interesting interactions with as Saros. Well, besides the hacky thing with the cornbread and all that, or whatever.
Yeah, the windmill keeper, I think he just says, oh, can you come back later? I'm busy attending to the windmill.
Yeah, he's just like any other person, yeah.
Have a good day now.
Oh yeah, Seamus, are we going to go back to the dock, Shady?
I'm the tax collector. You don't just brush me off like that. All right, sorry, Christopher, that you fell asleep during that part.
No, I was awake. I just didn't have anything useful to contribute.
Yeah, because these are just interactions, not puzzle solving.
So,
That looks a
what
little better.
exactly is Elliot Sinclair's job here in the past? Is he like a religious leader?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the Templars. I mean, if you listen to the Windmill Keeper conversation, it's covered a little bit there. But I mean, it's a priest, High priest, inner temple, you
So,
hum and
let me
chant
ask
all
you this
day.
question. How did he get away? Like, was he just sort of on a boat and it just happened to explode while he was on it?
Well, this whole thing that you're seeing unfold right now, he is, as a Templar, he's joining the underground movement to escape because he's philosophically changed his mind. He's decided he doesn't want to be in this. Well, you'll see this conversation. It really shows how it kind of develops his own inner thoughts, but he you know, it's already kind of shown. I'm not really spoiling it because it is kind of shown in the previous scenes, like with the Windmill Keeper. All right. Night, Merc. Good seeing you.
Let me take a shot in the dark here.
Sure.
This whole thing is the reason he developed time travel and why he so badly hated the aliens. Because they destroyed this civilization hundreds of years ago, and I assume he heard about the other ones along the way. Is that a safe assumption?
Is that right? I actually don't know.
Are you asking me, Shady? You want me to answer that?
If you feel it's safe to answer, I actually am a little murky on the exact details, so I would be interested in hearing.
That's pretty much it. The reason he hates the Sorolans is because they destroyed Atlantis. So he couldn't really say because it sounds crazy. Like, I lived in Atlantis 2,000 years ago. They destroyed my hometown.
Wasn't it 3,000?
All right. Well, we're not going to talk.
Yeah,
3,000 years ago.
1,200 plus 23, 3,500 years ago. Stop underselling it.
Yeah.
He's 3,500 years old.
Yeah, he uses a lot of moisturizer.
Yeah.
Man, that's a deep-seated hatred for it to last that long.
Well, yeah, if it destroyed everyone you knew, you probably wouldn't get over it.
Yeah, it's interesting how you still, even in this timeline, you know, you try to write the storyline under the assumptions of somebody who lived that long, but it's still ultimately, you know, the natural human lifespan. You end up writing a storyline that really, you care only about those first, you know, 50 years you live, which, you know, I don't know if we lived to be 3,500 years old, how much would we care about our first 50 years? I don't know, but since we don't live that long, we care about those first 50 years a lot more, and so we write storylines that reflect caring about those first 50 years that much anyway, regardless of how we would actually think and act if we lived to be 3,500. I don't know. It's an interesting question.
Much more interesting than a philosophical question than is cereal soup.
Hey, that wasn't my invention, but you didn't ask that correctly. You have to lead it with some kind of introduction that, you know, if a hot dog is a sandwich, or at least you've heard the debate of whether a hot dog is a sandwich. But the next question that follows.
Don't ask that, Shady, because that's biasing them.
Okay, you can just mention that there's a question.
If you ask it that way.
Then you have to mention it in some way. You can say it just that there is this, because you do need that framing. That's the whole point.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, just talk to Saurus there, Shady.
Sorry, Gage. You can't speak to someone with their guise. It'll give them a complex.
If you can mirror their exact motions instantaneously, they'll just think they're looking at a mirror.
It's like that scene in Duck Soup where Harpo was disguised as Groucho and he was pretending to be his mirror image. And then they came in with different hats, and then Groucho picked up his hat and passed it over to his reflection, and he said thank you, or mime thank you anyway. Yeah, it was kind of like that, I guess.
Padros, I'm glad to see they agreed to send you. You know, seeing you again brings back the good times we had during initiate training. That is until, well, I wish I'd had the courage back then to stand with you instead of biting my tongue and grudgingly accepting the Templars' insular views. I was a coward.
Funny, in the Japanese version, Arthur actually imitates the beggar while he's saying these lines. The deep voice he has in the Japanese version. It's so funny.
Yes, their views were very, insular.
Like he doesn't know what that word means.
And you were absolutely right. The Gaelith does not belong to the Templars. It was meant for everyone. What right do they have to determine who should or shouldn't receive its healing grace. And despite great risk to yourself, you stood by your beliefs, even though it would mean at the very least giving up an opportunity you had waited your entire lifetime for.
Huh?
Opportunity?
The opportunity to commune with the Gaelith. To find out if you were worthy of its most precious gift, eternal life. But now you shall have your chance. I will not stand in your way. I hereby renounce my title of Guardian Templar. I haven't the stomach for it. But before I go, you will need this. It will no longer serve me.
Yeah, he holds it up. You will need this. And yeah.
Is this a watch? I'm not retiring.
What will you do now?
When I became a Templar initiate, I truly believed the Order was my life's calling. But I now realize that I cannot do the world a service by sequestering the Gaelith from those in need. I have been given a gift, and it's time I use it. I can help others, share with them the teachings of the Earth Mother. Her blessings were meant for all. Your courage has helped me to see this, and now I must call upon my own to find my way. Good luck, my friend.
The weird thing is, there's a weird difference between the Mac and Windows version here. The Mac version doesn't have that moment where he's thinking himself before he says, when I became a Templar initiate. It just cuts straight to him speaking. So obviously the timings were just different.
You're assuming Mac and Windows. It's not Mac and Windows. I have never seen that pause before. I was going to comment on that. I've never seen that pause. I really liked that. He took time to think about his answer.
I only saw it on the Windows version.
Stop saying the Windows version, because I've only ever played Windows versions, and previously I've only ever heard it immediately cut to him speaking. But I think
might just be the Windows DVD version.
Yeah, it's
all right.
Yeah, but in this, it showed this long pause where he thought about his answer, and I think that really added to the scene. In a way that I had not experienced before. That was nice. I liked the fact that he thought about his answer there. And before, it just seemed kind of obnoxious to just jump to his words.
So I have an interesting theory.
Sure.
Do you think that because Sinclair lived so long that he cracked? That's why he sort of developed this whole plot, was that he, after living so long, eventually went insane?
I think it was more to do with the fact that the Sorolans came back, and he
knew I
who
think
they
it's
were.
just that mainly. So
before the Sorolans came back, he was just sort of the every bloke you'd meet down at the pub. He just happened to have been around the whole time. Like he saw Neighbors start, and then, all right, most of you probably don't know what Neighbors are, but Lauren would. But and then he was there. He was still 300 years later, or even longer.
And
I mean, he probably hung out with George Washington. So.
But something else that's so interesting is, did you guys see the experiment done a number of years ago with a blind man?
I think there's been more than one.
Well, the experiment was, they developed a device called a CBI, which is a computer-to-brain interface. Developed a miniature computer and camera that they connected to the man's brain. They restored his vision using a camera. They connected the circuitry directly to his brain.
I'm not surprised that would be a thing. Eventually, that's already a thing.
Well, they had the guy on Star Trek: The Next Generation who was blind, but he wore this visor so he could see.
No.
The whole idea has been there for a long time. It's just now they're able to pull it off. So.
Oh yeah, just been able to. Yeah, not a big deal. Just actually coming up with the idea. Wouldn't it be cool if blind people could see? That's the big revolution. But then, you know, figuring out the sciencey thing, that's just details.
I just say that, you know, it might be a case of where science fiction is inspiring real technology as it does. Yeah. I don't even like The Next Generation, so you can crap on it as much as you like, so. Yeah, you got something to say, Arthur, about Next Generation?
I'm gonna go back to regular speed.
That's not exactly a Casio, but it looks like some form of mechanism that tracks the passage of time. That must be what a moon meant by a clockwork device. See those prominent representations of the sun and moon? This device is measuring the movements of the sun and the moon through the sky. Call me crazy, but clearly this contraption could count like a clock to constitute a clever cosmic calendar. Capiche?
The ring's a bit
that
like on a ribbon.
Sorry. On the right looks like it adjusts the clock.
What was that?
Don't you think the ring's a bit like Riven with all the animals? Oh wait, there's some repeats, so. Oh, Twitch has censored you. Hostile message blocked. I think you just said shut up, Arthur. Alright. It's just funny seeing Twitch as a heavy-handed censorship.
On the word crazy?
Oh wait, yeah, he censored your. They censored out "you're crazy." This is why you leave it on, because it's just the hilarity of just how heavy-handed the censorship is.
How just
like
absolutely impossible it is to communicate. Just regular phrases that every person in the world says while they're driving or drinking, and hopefully not both. Yeah. Wow.
The censored dinosaur rat blew me. Yeah, censored Christopher when it said blue.
I thought censorship was bad before I met the Twitch bot. Jeez. But now it meets incompetence. I mean, overall, I would prefer incompetent evil over competent evil. I guess that's why Twitch is, even despite it being over aggressive, it's just still incompetent evil as opposed to competent evil. Because Google is competent evil.
Can I say something disturbing that most people don't know?
All right.
My eyes are half shut now that I've been drinking.
It is estimated that in 30 to 60 years, we will have developed an AI that is equal or more intelligent than us.
Will it be that long? That's comforting.
Well, yeah, you just program your AIs to do good, and they can fight the AIs that are doing evil.
No. Well, here was an interesting comparison I heard.
Yeah.
You know, what if you develop an AI so intelligent that its intelligence is the level of intelligence we compare to an ant? And you know, you can't justify.
This is all that Ray Kurzweil shit, right? What?
Yeah. You should go on You should go on Joe Rogan there, Christopher. No, it's cool.
No, Joe Rogan should go on Christopher Griner's show.
Yeah. I was gonna say though, I'd feel a lot more comfortable with China if China was in fact led by Gen, because why is it just no dictators have charisma at all? They're always, you know, these massive losers who just people won't say no to because they happen to have somehow gotten the position they're in.
Failed artists and the like.
Yeah, I don't know what Xi Jinping failed at. I think he's just failed at being a human being, really.
However the Chinese honor system of honor works.
Well, if you look at Hong Kong, I'm not sure that they have one.
Well, honor, not like honor code, but you know, they have like they're big on like the family, you know, you dishonor me or whatever.
Well, that's all of Asia, not really China.
Yeah, that's Asia is all about honor. Like the entire
Or status. Yeah,
system.
I guess they say honor, but it's really just status because they cheat.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, they cheat all the time. Like, but it's all about.
You're getting quiet again.
Like, I'm sorry. It's
I
all
can hear
about
him.
image. Come here. It's all about image. It's all about being, you know, and it's a caste system, like really, really bad.
Right.
Like you're not really expected to go up in the world.
Come on, get up here. Oh my God. Stop wasting my time. Here we go.
All right. What's left to do here in Atlantis? Is it just go on to the...
We're pretty much done. Yeah, this gear-like metal disc has the symbol of the sun emblazoned on its face. See, it flickers more when I move this.
There you are, Kita.
Kita is here.
What did you think of the dress? Yeah, we were wanting to know what you thought of the dress that's behind us. Can you show the dress again, Shady?
Want me to back out of this to show the dress? Dress.
Alright.
Just imagine her walking in it.
I don't know what Kita looks like, so...
No.
Oh, you're talking about this woman?
I have to suffer that asymmetric knowledge with all of you. You all know what I look like, and I have no idea what any of you look like.
Well, you know what I
There's
look
a
like.
gear missing between that crank and the big calendar wheel. Maybe that's so the kids don't advance it to their birthday.
Yeah, he's got you figured out, hasn't he, Christopher?
What I look like?
No, with your birthday.
Oh, yeah, he knows my birthday.
No, but Arthur saying that, oh, you might advance the clock to your birthday.
Get
there.
Say hi to the people.
Hey, Joey. I have a funny question for you, Shady. Have you ever had a moment where you've had family visited and Joey just got along with them with like fire and not fire and water, oil and water?
People don't really come over here because I live in kind of out in the middle of nowhere. Not quite nowhere, but almost nowhere. I usually go visit other people. That's usually how it works. So Joey doesn't have to worry about guests and like.
Well, I have a cat and we have a puppy that comes over from my aunt's family, and they get along like oil and water. Like the cat would like scratch at the dog's face. It was kind of insane.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, Chris was leaving soon, so do you want to join the chat, Kita?
We're almost done with this.
So
I have to get
the
to bed.
calendar before.
Lovely
Maybe
neck
the
there,
calendar
Joey.
is tracking a particular day.
Hello, pussy.
If you look on the clock, there's a sun symbol there as well, seemingly chasing a moon symbol. I was hoping to have this conversation with you later, Gage, but sometimes Daddy Sun and Mommy Moon have those urges from time to time. Anyway, this calendar must be following the movements of the sun and the moon for a specific purpose. We know this city will be destroyed during an eclipse over the island. Gage! That's it! The moon eclipses the sun tomorrow! That's what this calendar clock is ticking down to. We know the Kalos Kalir is tomorrow, right? The day the sun and the moon, aka our pals the Sorolans and the Quothalis, battle. So let's set the clock forward to make it think that today is tomorrow. In other words, turn the wheel of this device until the moon covers the sun. Every clock needs some sort of stored energy to keep accurate time. Now, I don't see a giant rodent treadmill, so I'd say this calendar clock is powered by measured volumes of water.
This is all very straightforward from this point.
We're missing something. To put it metaphorically, we've set the alarm clock to the right time, but the alarm clock isn't going on. What did we forget?
We haven't forgotten anything. We're doing well.
Did you wind the clock?
All right.
I'm speaking metaphorically again. Gage, this is a special calendar clock, a water clock driven by the water from the upper temple reservoir, which is pumped from the canals by the windmill.
Do you get it, Christopher, or are you too sleepy?
I think I get it. We need to turn the water back on that we shut off to get in here.
If you recall, you closed the floodgates at the upper temple in order to stop the flow of water underneath the windmill. That water must have powered the clock. If you open the gate again, the flooding water will probably restart the clock.
It's interesting that he takes this back. He doesn't leave the sun gear in there.
What's the issue? Is it because you're not a subscriber, or are you just physically not able to? Because we can work around the fact you're not a subscriber.
It'd be... I mean, how much longer are we streaming here?
Well, we've only been going 2.5 hours, so we can probably go a little while longer.
I guess if you want to.
Well, true.
I was
But
actually
also,
thinking I'd probably stream till 3. That was kind of my thought, even though the only reason why we haven't been streaming as long as we would like is because it took us 2 hours to set up the audio so that we wouldn't have a bunch of feedback and a bunch of bad volume and stuff. I mean, that was well worth it because we would be having a miserable time right now without that.
Oh, okay. This is where we were.
We really think the guy who has no eyes is gonna pick this up? No. It will be our old friend. Oh yeah, was there supposed to be a Bort Senior emoji that I never put in or something?
Yeah, that's right.
Because I think like there's the plain face from here, but we need the right facial expression. He has a lot of expressions, so you need the right. Like, we want to put some thought into exactly which, because he has a lot of expressions, you know, he has a lot of stupid, like, you could actually probably make a whole array of emojis with this guy.
Yeah, good old Lao Caduce.
Right, shall we beat this place?
That's it, we're finished. We win the prize.
My boy.
Raising the Galeth in a column of water.
Brilliant work! Looks like your water clock repair correspondence class has finally paid off. Let's grab that rock and get out of here.
So you can see how high resolution the original graphics were before they were rendered down for the pre-rendered stuff, right? This is suddenly much clearer. All right, you guys ready for a cutscene? Here we go.
I can feel Sosigui energy flowing from you. Show me what you have found.
This object was sheltered in one of the temples. Could it be the legacy?
Yes, this is a relic of the elders. It bears the mark. The other inscriptions are very complex. I will attempt to translate, but my knowledge of Sosikwi is limited. We discovered long ago that several old Earth languages were actually primitive dialects of Sosikwi. This is only a part of the true legacy. The inscriptions speak of 3 vessels piously guarded that hold the powers of the legacy. This is only one, but Gage has given us hope.
Did you find objects like this in the other 2 temples?
No. I haven't searched them completely yet.
I briefed the World Senate on what's been going on. They lifted the suspension and have given us full sanction to search for the legacy. You must understand, Ambassador Yosala. TSA protocol requires that only agents stay in the command room.
I understand, Commissioner Baldwin.
This has never happened before.
If you need our assistance, you need but to ask. I will devote all my energies to slowing the advance of the Quothalas.
I think he's BSing.
Dalton, I want you to pore over every molecule of this thing and run these inscriptions to our language database. We need information.
I'm gonna need someone knowledgeable to help me analyze this. Not to question your judgment, sir, but you just kicked that someone out.
I need to know who I can count on in a crisis. The only people I can fully trust are my agents.
Bring Michelle back. She's an expert linguist and historian.
Agent 3? She's a criminal, what's worse, a traitor. She captured and imprisoned you, remember?
No, I don't. That memory was erased. But she did give herself up to give us this chance. Put her under house arrest. Do whatever you have to do, but bring her back. We need her.
I can't do this alone.
Very well. I'll release her. But if she slips up once, she's history.
I think she might surprise you. I'll be back when I find another of the artifacts.
You should know. The Quothalas have entered Symbiotry's space. They are ignoring all other planets and continuing towards Earth. It is doubtful the Symbiotry defenses will slow them. Time is now our enemy.
Well, we could just rewrite it. I mean, it's not that bad to rewrite it, right? Especially if the main timeline is you get annihilated or annihilated, one or the other. Why are you guys all muted? The cutscene's over.
Well.
I'm back.
Well. So am I, but I'm
we saw
to
from
bed.
the earlier games, like, you can change the past. What's the big deal? You just change
but
something
now
better.
Right.
What, like Back to the Future?
Just like, I mean, at least if the main timeline is so bad, like getting annihilated. Sorry, I keep bumping the microphone. I don't know what that sounds like on your end.
Anyway, I'm going to bed.
We still haven't finished Atlantis, though, Shady.
I haven't?
No.
You're right. I know what you're talking about. Let's go finish Atlantis.
Yeah. You can say if you want, Ryan.
Absolutely important business.
Yeah.
How long is this detour going to be?
Not long.
Okay.
You don't remember this part, Seamus?
He remembers
I think
the
you might have
part he
forgotten
doesn't.
based on what you've told me.
No, he just doesn't remember the fact I didn't do it.
So weird how it just spills out the music, so everyone just sounds like it's just their voices on their own. So weird having the cutscenes without the energetic music.
That makes absolutely no sense to me. I think you conspired with Christopher to lie to me about that.
It's a legitimate thing.
No, that's what's happening.
It's just so weird.
Oh, God damn it.
Because a lot of the times it's very hard removing music and sound effects from voice.
Let's look at let's admire the water while I fucked up.
Just trying to isolate voice from
Have you done
music.
this idiocy before,
It's
Moss?
happened unintentionally. Pardon?
Have you done this idiocy before?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you I think because there's so much noise going on, you're distorted. Someone type in the chat what he said because, yeah, it's obviously that it's being denoised so much I can't hear what shit he's saying.
Sorry. What's funny is if I yell, I'm not going to be any louder. I have a processor that keeps my voice about the same volume approximately, whether I speak quietly or speak loudly.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, because I got away from
What was the question?
Oh, just have you ever done this idiocy before? And I was pointing to looking at the inner temple that's flooded with water.
Oh, tons of times.
Why did you do it tons of times?
Shady.
What I like about this is that this music, this triumphant music, were we in this location when we visited earlier? No, because the temple altar moved forward, right? So we can't go to the front where the ferry would be anyway. Obviously the ferryman isn't there, but the altar moved forward, so we can't go out front. You know this. I'm just saying it anyway.
I think, yeah, but I think the game internally treats them as though they're different places.
That's what I'm getting at, but yes.
Yeah.
Remember, I've been drinking. It's like, my God, he's such a lightweight now. Yeah, I am, after having gone 5-6 months without drinking. Which really, it wasn't about the alcohol, it was about the calories, because I wanted to lose a bunch of weight in a short period of time. But now...
Yeah, I need to lose weight.
Now I'm a lightweight even with alcohol now, which was not my intention.
Yeah, you seem a little, you seem like you don't seem too drunk. Just
I'm making complete sentences, just those sentences don't make any sense. Or they're making sense, but they're not correct.
Denoising. I think it's the Discord denoising that's making you a bit hard to understand.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's interpreting my entire system as a microphone, which is weird.
Yeah. It's so weird just not hearing anything but the voices. Occasionally, a little bit of music will get through.
So, where shall I take you now, huh?
The dock.
Yep.
The dock.
The dark.
That'll be 10 dramoy, please.
Ambashi.
Hey, buddy.
These are all very redundant Japanese words because Potter in Japanese is toko, and it's such an obscure word my Japanese teacher had to look it up to see if I was correct.
Look at the drink. Look at it. No. Is Christopher still here?
Yep, but barely.
All right. Well, we don't want to advance without him, and he's going to leave. So what are we going to do? I mean, it's 3 in the morning. I was, I mean, I could call this a fulfilling stream. I mean, I got a little drink left, so I mean, we can hang out, but I don't want to really...
Yeah, we can hang out. Why not? We can get Seamus on the chat.
Yeah, I might just do just chatting for a little bit. But that's it. Just the beggar leaves and we pick up his bowl. That's it. That's the whole thing, right? Unless there's yet another thing. Okay.
No, that's it.
All right, I'm gonna hang out right here. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and talk amongst yourselves. We'll figure out what to do.
This
Good night, everybody.
Okay, you're leaving.
See you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's time for a soliloquy from Moss because I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, this bowl is the one where, using the solution for this is the puzzle where Arthur gives me that whole have you been using the strategy guide thing, because it's very easy to use it without knowing the solution. And Shady's not here listening now, so I was kind of trying to make the point to him, but he's you know, effed off.
All right.
No, not lol, Seamus. All right. Good night, Christopher.
Good night.
Yeah. Well, he's gone. It's just me, everybody. So, Seamus, why don't you come on the chat? I need someone to talk to. And Keita, we can arrange some sort of alternative solution since you're not a subscriber. Who else is here? I think most people are left. Oh, we've got 8 viewers. DC service with small streamers. It's not that small, really. Alright, I'm gonna go for the gents too.
Oh no, we had dead air time without the BRB screen. All right. Am I back? Do you hear me? Okay. Looks like the little green light's flickering. So we're just hearing the relaxing sounds of crickety wooden ships.
Alright, I'm back, Shady.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, he does.
All right, so we're done playing the game. What do we do? I mean, we don't want to ruin any more, like, get ahead of Christopher because we're having a good time, but want to keep the game up. What do we want to do? Close the game.
What's your thoughts, Seamus?
Seamus doesn't like being put on the spot. But
no, but in terms of ideas of what we should do with the stream now.
Yeah, what do you want to do?
We could play Stardew Valley, but Lauren isn't here.
No, I don't want.
No, let's not play Stardew Valley. You're so far behind. You'll be surprised of all the things that have happened since you died in the game.
Oh, my character's dead?
Oh, apparently, because, yeah, you just hadn't been playing, so we just acted like you were dead, so we started cannibalizing your house and all the stuff that was in it.
Yeah.
I think Lauren actually moved into your house and started sleeping in your bed.
I probably farted in it, but that's okay.
You want to switch to Talos now, Shady? That's what Seamus is suggesting. Do like a little bit of Talos.
Drunk Talos? 3 in the morning?
Yeah, maybe just like half an hour, just to see how it goes.
I'm thinking it's probably oof. It sounds hard.
Yeah, about half an hour. If you don't get anywhere, it doesn't matter. Or what about Manhole Masterpiece Edition? You could play that. You could probably play that while you're drunk. Seamus makes a good suggestion there.
Alright, so I'm gonna end the Legacy of Time thing. So, bye-bye Legacy of Time VOD. Thanks for hanging out.